Hi, I'm Kebra Stapp, wife of the Dave Stapp, Presidential Director of Gia Wellness. And this is video 2 in a series we're doing, sharing some of our favorite testimonials from our times when we had our wellness center. I had a nurse practitioner who worked at a holistic MD's office, and so was very in tune with working with the body rather than just trying to medicate. And when she learned about our products and how they work with the body and learned more about the issue of electromagnetic radiation, she became passionate. Not only did she use the pendants herself, she put them on her dogs. Elderly dogs had trouble with aches and pains and mobility, and they wore them until they passed. And she really noticed a difference. But one time she asked me to bring my Gauss meter out and take a look at one of her patients' home. This woman was older, and she did foster care, but she specialized in special needs foster care. Her passion was for those kids who came out of difficult homes where there were drug and alcohol abuse. In fact, she had 2 or 3 kids that had the fetal alcohol syndromes. And as they grew up, they had some different challenges that came from that start in their life. One of the things we were really passionate about is it wasn't just in selling the product, it was educating and teaching people what this was about and steps they could take with and without our products that are going to improve the quality of the environment they're living in. So with the Gauss meter, a shocking thing that we came across is she had just recently changed all of her light bulbs to the little twisted fluorescent tubes that everybody says is so great because it uses so much less electricity. When you get within a foot or 2 of those and flip the switch, turn it on, the Gauss meter goes crazy. But one of the kids that was really struggling was having seizures. And what they noticed is the seizures had really started happening in the last month to 2 months, which was about the same time as when she had switched out all the light bulbs. So it was a very simple switch with him, is to pull all the light bulbs, put the old incandescent bulbs back, and amazingly within a week, the seizures were almost nothing. From having 1 to 2 a day, maybe once a week, eventually none at all. We also took all of the equipment in his room. There were different stereos that had been donated, etc. Right next to his twin bed, we put universal guards on every piece of equipment that was actually being used, was plugged in, was still workable. Big changes with him, but probably I think one of Dave's favorite out of that particular household was the little boy who was actually probably 12, 13 years old, and he was violent. When he woke up in the morning, he had to be medicated. His emotions, he was non-verbal, and he was very combative, and as soon as he woke up, he was just stressed and angry, and he would fight her, this older gal, to take the medicine. It was a challenge every morning. That's how their day started. We put a pendant, did nothing more than put a pendant around his neck. And from the first day, he woke up. He didn't want to take the medication, but he didn't fight. He was okay. He was able to control his emotions enough. He wasn't at the whim of these spikes and valleys. It changed the dynamics of that entire house as these kids were able to wear the pendants, as we pulled some of that level EMFs from the light bulbs to the awareness of and started addressing those issues. It changed the whole dynamics. This woman had a challenge. She ended up adopting most of these kids. Pretty amazing woman. She still had the highs and lows. She still had the challenges. These kids had a lot to go through with physical as well as emotional issues. But the dynamics of that house changed. It wasn't this. It was this. And when you have one child in the house, those of you who talk to people who have one child on the spectrum, they know what a big deal that is to the whole family. But when you have a whole family that is all a combination of these kids with those kind of spikes, it was magical.
And thank you, Kipra. This is Dave, the Dave.
But we don't make medical claims.
Right.
And they aren't medical claims.
No.
And she was real. It worked somehow with the energetics. I can't tell you how it works. I just know either you see the change or you don't. And one of my favorite parts about these products, it seems like kids or those on the spectrum or the elderly, they know. they come in contact with it, and it's fairly immediate. It's life-changing. Doesn't make them not autistic. It just somehow helps them better able to cope.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.